Hi friends. Hey, this is a thank you note and a small request. A lot has happened since I did my last video and I just wanted to catch you up because it's all your fault. Wonderful things have happened. So I want to first and most importantly thank you for essentially changing my life. And I'll remind you of the story of what happened. And then my request is, this is my first video of a series that I want to do about rocks and nature and doing rock art. And so if you'd like to see any of the future videos, if you'll press the subscribe button, then you'll just automatically be alerted to those videos. So here's a story in case you don't recall. I went camping for a couple weeks alone up in Montana. And while I was up there at the Ross Creek Cedars, I found this beautiful dry riverbed full of rocks. And I'm really a tree person. That's why I go camping. I love the trees, but I kept being attracted to these rocks. And so I'd go and I'd walk through the riverbed and I'd just start picking up rocks. I know you've done the same thing. You just walk along and there's a cool rock and you don't know why and you just pocket it, right? Or your kids do. Well, that's what I did for a couple of weeks and ended up with a bucket full of rocks. So I had this bucket full of rocks, went home, dumped the bucket out, didn't know what I was going to do with rocks. And as I'm pushing them around, I realize that there are figures, like people, if you put the rocks together, right? Like this, I saw a cool rock I really liked. It was tall and skinny. And then when I would put like something else on top of it, it looked like a head. And now I had a person and it was so interesting. Well, what happened was the very first rock that I saw like that looked like Mary kneeling before Angel Gabriel, who told her that she was going to have a baby. And so the Nativity story, the Christmas story unfolded, and out of that one bucket of rocks was the entire story. And it was just so magical. So I took a few iPhone pictures, of it and sent them out to friends. And they said, well, I want a book. And I thought, of rocks? You want a book of rocks? So I did it with the help of some friends. I created a little rock book, and I was worried about printing 50 copies because I thought, do you guys really want 50? I mean, could I really sell 50 copies? And as it turned out, in the first 2 weeks, you bought 900. And that started everything that changed everything for me. So I'm actually trying to send a message out to the world that there's beauty in the small and simple things, and really amazing things can come of that beauty, mostly in our hearts, but just so happened to be beautiful in rocks too. So made the book, and I thought, well, I wonder if a publisher would take this, because putting stamps on envelopes for each book that went out for 900 in 2 weeks became a full-time job. And so it's a really magical story about how the publisher came. But one of the world's largest Christian publishers, Zondervan, who is an imprint of HarperCollins, they picked it up. And so this Christmas, that book will be published. This is, they just sent this to me. This is not, it'll be a hardbound. This is just a sample that we were working on. And some of you helped me with this. Remember the angel? And it had a baby in here, and you guys didn't like the baby. Like, why do angels have babies? And so we had all these fun discussions on Facebook. It's not quite like this one, but this is the sample they just sent me. So it'll be hardbound, it'll be big. And then I have an Easter one coming out next year, and you can see some of the pictures behind me from the Easter one. This is my sample one of it, and this is my favorite one. So in future videos, I'm going to share with you some of these pictures and why and how they came to be. And then I'd also like to show you how to do the rock art, especially for kids that would like to watch the videos, because anybody can do this. You just go find some rocks outside and you put them together. So there'll be more videos, and if you'll subscribe, and there's a little ringer button. If you push on that, then you automatically get emails saying that I just pushed out a new video and you can watch it. So if I can get 1,000 subscribers, and I can do all kinds of neat things on YouTube. So I'm hoping you will. But most importantly, it's all because of you. If you wouldn't have wanted these, I never would have turned this into a bigger project to do more and more books. And my hope in all of this is just to bring us back to the simplicity of nature and to help us feel the love of God. Thanks.